again to the midnight sky.
That's the only part.
Was that it?
That was it. That's the only part I know. And we're back. We're in the midst, middle, and or near the end of our CC DeVille from Poison interview.
Yeah. You know what? What do you think so far?
Well, one thing that I want to bring up that you really didn't see on camera is before the interview, CC didn't really know who we were.
Yeah, he never met us before.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And
you walk into a room when you're a guitar hero and you run into 6'1" strapping blonde like myself. It's gonna be like, what the hell's going on?
And we're like, yeah, we're a comedy show, or at least we're attempted comedy.
I don't know.
And so he was like, yeah, I'm not in a funny mood. So he was kind of a little apprehensive.
He's like, oh, I don't get it. I'm not in a funny mood.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking that we're going to sandbag him or something, but, we don't do that here.
I don't do that. I only interview people I like. Did I just say interview?
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
I probably did.
Anyways, but the cool thing was, it's like he was a little apprehensive just because he didn't know us, which is understandable, but by the end of the interview, it's like...
I'm apprehensive and I do know him. Come on.
Anyway, so the point was, it's like by the end of the interview, he saw that we are.
He was telling jokes. He's laughing. And I'll tell you what, this was a really good interview. I say that a lot about my interviews, that they're good interviews, because they really are. I gotta be honest. I give good interviews, but this is one too where like it was not only good because of me, but like CC he went with it. I asked him like one question. And then like 8 minutes later, I asked my second question, and I mean this in the bestest way. Like he answered the question, and he gave more than what was asked for or expected, and it was all from the heart. It's what he wanted to do, and he really just jumped in, man. It was pretty cool, man.
So check it out.
Well, and I think that's also just the genre itself. Like you said, you're out there, it's energy, it's having fun, it's coming to a concert and just being yourself. It is great. As opposed to some of the music that I guess knocked off heavy metal,
well, it's all good. The pendulum swings. Good, yeah. The pendulum has to swing.
It's so much better when you can tell that the artist's having fun instead of I hate being here.
Well, exactly. Well, that usually has to do with the artist.
Sure.
That has nothing to do with the music. Absolutely. And I think any type of oversaturation is good. In other words, in the end, the people decide what they want to hear and what they don't want to hear, And I think that there is an ebb and a flow. We have too much of one style of music, well then something has to go. People want choice. And then the pendulum swings and then you have another style of music. But I think what we tapped into a lot, and I often say this, is that maybe it's not necessarily that our songs are so magical, but people's lives are magical. So whatever song was on the radio when they were going through their magical times, first kiss, first car, first apartment, college, getting into college, first breakup, heartbreak, if my songs were on the radio when that was happening, then when you hear my songs, you go back to that time, and it's a wonderful trip back. So it might not be that Every Rose or Nothing But a Good Time is Mozart, but you better know that that triggers a memory that is magical, because I remember my first car and it was great, and I remember my first crush and my first girlfriend and the soundtrack of that stuff. I mean, when I listen to Boston, I'm like, how come no one likes me? I go right back to junior high. I'm in an awkward thing, and it's like, and I'm just listening to like More Than the Feeling. I'll hear it now, and I'll be like, yeah, I remember. And it's still it's to go back, and because deep down that you're just going through a phase, and things will, and so I think that's what it has a lot to do with.